Воробушка есть и сицы и парча. Пожалей, душа, зазнобушка молодецкого плеча. Выйди, выйди в рожь высокую там, до ночки погожу. А завижу черноокую, все товары разложу.
Warning, comments to this video will be monitored more than usual due to the reaction of fans on Warcorpse's YouTube channel. I will not respond to any users that are just shitposting it, and if I feel that the comment section isn't being clean nor friendly, I will disable the comments to this video. Just a reminder to any smartasses out there. With that in mind, let the video start. Welcome back to the Torch of Marxism, comrades. Today I'm doing a video response to a YouTuber by the name of Warcorpse666. From what little I've seen of him so far, I'm not impressed nor surprised that a typical middle-aged American would react this way to communism or anything generally anti-American that someone advocates. Keep in mind, when Warcorpse does any of his videos, they're clearly unscripted and just him ranting off from the top of his head, which is completely unprofessional by any means. But I digress. Let's get into the video.
So, the voice of communism has made another response to me, and to be quite honest, it's 29 minutes long, so I'm not going to listen to the whole thing.
Neither will I. Alright, so I'm going to save you at least 2 minutes and 39 seconds of your time to actually get past his narcissistic comments and the unuseful filler that has no legitimacy to proving his point or to the video itself.
Oh, you were incorrect! Plus, most communist countries like to keep their populace kind of dumb. Whatever.
So first off the bat, he makes the accusation that most communist countries like to keep their populace dumb, when in fact that is incorrect, because in the USSR under Stalin, it featured the advantages of total access for all citizens and of post-education employment. Even with the propaganda the USSR put out there, along with a lot of other communist countries, propaganda is rarely ever seen in the public education system, but yet you haven't looked at the fact that America's educational system is basically failing as a whole. Why, may you ask? There's a lot of factors, but here's a few. In 2001, the Bush administration brought into effect the No Child Left Behind Act, which made standardized tests mandatory. Under No Child Left Behind, accountability is hinged entirely on the standardized test scores, a single number that has been used to determine whether students graduate or teachers keep their jobs. The problem is, a single test score is like a blinking check engine light on the dashboard. It can tell us something's wrong, but not how to fix it, essentially making school not about learning, but about passing at all costs. Through personal experience, high schools in the great American Republic are not providing the right tools to equip their students and teachers to have them prepared in the long run. This is a complete and utter mess when it comes to students with any form of learning disabilities wanting to pass. Now on to college. College was free in the USSR, and it took a lot of pressure off the populace because it states in Article 121 of the Soviet Constitution, citizens of the USSR have the right to education. This right is ensured by the universally compulsory elementary education, by the fact that education, including higher education, is free of charge, by a system of state scholarships for the overwhelming majority of students in the higher educational establishments.
Shit number that came straight out of your ass, when in reality it was actually 97.2. 97.2. Look it up right now. Go ahead. Just do it. Go up right now. Seriously.
For what country? What I forget what one it was that you said at 100% literacy.
Well, as the video stated, it was Cuba. Also, when you say communist countries, which ones are you talking about? Because I remember you said that communist countries like to keep their populace dumb. Like, not using a script gets you so far, Warcorpse. Like, seriously.
Again, also keep in mind that literacy rates provided by the country or by the state. Now, these communist countries that know they're a bad idea, know they're a failed experiment, are obviously going to want to one-up the evil capitalist pigs and do anything they can. They can't beat us in innovation. They can't beat us in invention. They can't beat us in productivity. They can't beat us in GDP. They can't beat us in pretty...
Another thing I found interesting that you said is, whatever communist country talking about can't beat the, what I suppose he means by us, United Snakes in innovation, invention, which makes no sense considering innovation and invention mean the same exact thing, productivity, GDP, and they can't beat us in anything else. Well, considering these facts that you're currently unaware of, actually the USSR had many innovative technologies and ideas come from it. For your information, Warcorpse, there have been several Nobel Peace Prize winners from the USSR that have made great impacts in the world. There's at least six Nobel Peace Prize winners for their innovations and discoveries in science. Take Piotr Kapitsa. He was honored for his fundamental innovations and discoveries in chirophysics. Also, if you don't know what chirophysics is, it's the study of production and behavior of materials at a very low temperatures. Need more proof? Cadaveric blood transfusion. Look it up. Vladimir Shimov discovered it. It has managed to be used today to save millions of lives today.
Much anything else. So they say, well, our people are literate. They're literate. Reading that state-sponsored propaganda.
Second reason is that as well. When it comes to the vaccine, when it comes to Cuba, you do realize that they actually, and if you think, oh, this is communist propaganda. Again, this came from the Huffington Post. The Huffington Post, an American journalist site, which effectively kind of...
I don't think the Huffington Post is actually American. I know the founder of the Huffington Post is not American. At least she wasn't originally. It's Ariana Huffington, I believe. And that lady's got some crazy ideas, too. Like, angels talk to you. I know. I read one of her books on spirituality. So, yeah. And also, I've ripped apart more than one Huffington Post article as being just factually wrong. So you might want to try again, kiddo.
Debunks your theory on that it's communist propaganda. This isn't communist propaganda that I shot out of my ass.
But again, I don't believe the Huffington Post is an American website.
What you like to
I could be wrong on that. That's what I'm saying I don't believe. But, okay. It's a liberal website which does tend to go with the social communist ideals. And
also, the Huffington Post is American, and there are many other American news websites or other official websites that have reported this. So please continue to tell me that the Huffington Post article on the cancer vaccine is false. Also, there's a difference between liberals and communists, and just because the Huffington Post posts about, once again, innovation that came from Cuba does not mean they are communists. It means that they're a leftist news organization that happened to report on Cuba.